Let me chill. Nah, what's up, y'all? So welcome back to Ringside. Damn, I clapped on you on the other channels. They be like, you clapped too much. Anyways, fuck y'all. All right, so today's pretty cool because I have my two friends here. We have the one and only
Cat,
and we have
Mine.
Oh, I was looking at him, Cole, baby. Sorry, that's like we have got my man Mike here. So it's so dope because like me, Cat, and Mike, we're all like, well, first off, the new Orlando residents.
Yep.
yeah, today.
Yeah, it's official. I'm talking
Official
about,
today.
like fresh out the womb. We just came out the
Like
new place.
an hour
shit.
ago,
Right?
Yeah.
literally an hour ago.
Yeah, we closed like an hour ago.
that is dope. That is amazing. Welcome to Orlando.
Thank you.
Hopefully Donald Trump is going to be our president soon. But
On a negative note,
Way to.
like that's a horrible way to start off this podcast.
I know, but you got to get the bullshit out first,
Yeah,
right?
it's the Wednesday after the election.
Yeah,
so
so
might as well.
You gotta let them know where we
Might
at.
as well address the big racist elephant in the room.
Yes, got to. And I mean, hey, Linda McMahon, like, you're really off. Like, you just made the list, like, the list of America. Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about shit that's more important than the presidency, like Raw.
Yeah.
And SmackDown.
Wrestling is more important.
And wrestling. All right, so we were talking about this earlier. See, we always having like a great conversation, and then we were like, yo, let's like record our conversation because we were just like going on. So let's go back to this Paul Heyman, Rusev, and Goldberg.
All right,
Yeah.
you can go ahead and start.
I'm gonna say this again. I'm not excited for this
All right.
match, Mike.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
Listen, if I want to see a fucking beast ass carnivore fight a old man that used to lift weights at the gym and tackle people, I'll just go across the street to RDV.
Okay.
Jeez.
Like, it's no knock to Brock. I love Brock.
Yeah, it's not.
I
Brock.
love Goldberg.
It's not even Brock, but like I didn't grow up watching Goldberg, so I didn't have
Yeah.
like.
See.
All right,
Yeah.
and that's
See.
So I didn't have Goldberg. So.
Okay.
So like
that makes
this
sense.
is kind of my first like, and like I know who he is. I watched all the shit like the WCW, Monday Night Wars, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I never had a full Goldberg experience. And I was talking to her on the way here actually about Goldberg, and I kind of did decide that I think I'm a Goldberg fan.
You can be a Goldberg fan, people. It's okay.
And I think, but mostly it's because I was a Batista fan. As a
Mm.
kid.
Yeah, we were talking about like the pyro, like they're kind of like the same,
It's-
where like they
yeah.
have like that ridiculous pyro entrance.
Awesome
and stuff.
pyro, awesome entrance, big guy, does a spear and a couple other moves. That's about it.
Yeah.
5 moves to doom. You're right.
Yeah, but there was just, I don't know, like growing up as a kid, I liked Batista, and then when he came back, that's a different story.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
That's different.
Blue Tista.
Yeah.
Bautista.
Boo. Well, I don't want to call him Boo because that's art. But it's,
Right.
yeah.
But now with the Goldberg deal, he came out with the entrance, and I was like, oh god, this guy's fucking cool,
right.
And then he fell. He fell.
Wah, wah.
Wait! I just
Rusev went
realized.
for a punch.
I just realized that we are.
You're actually talking about last week.
Yeah, we're actually talking about last week.
Yeah, which
See,
is good because I didn't watch this week's Raw.
actually, you know what?
I didn't watch all of this week's Raw.
See,
anyway.
this actually shows that they need to update their fucking site. Like, have you noticed this? Like,
True.
I swear I just got this.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, did I just do it?
Actually, no, that's this week.
Yeah.
Because
So,
that's no.
okay, we're good now. All right, listen, people. We're fucking human, okay?
Shit
Yeah, you
happens.
Like Jesus Christ. All right.
So the text bigger.
I can read that too.
Wait a minute.
Let me go down with what happened real quick.
All right. I mean, we can just talk about the most important person on Raw, besides Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay.
Your Lord and Savior,
Yeah.
CrossFit Jesus.
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they know that. Like, I love Seth Rollins. Like,
This
from,
is-
from the wrestler standpoint, like not like male to male, as in like that's just my dog. But the wrestler standpoint, if Shawn Michaels was wrestling today, I don't know what the fuck I would do. Like, I love Shawn Michaels so much as a kid. I was in the hallways doing the sexy boy, the pose and
I got you.
everything,
Yeah.
and like doing the little walk. Like, it was the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my life.
We all did.
Yeah, we all at some point.
It's okay.
You know.
Like,
No, but
it
no,
might
but
not have
it's
been sexy boy, but we
but-
might have all did something.
But it's a difference because y'all all did it, but I did that shit.
You don't think I was like standing on the corner of my bed doing the Triple H? Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like absolutely, man. I was like, of course, I love Triple H. So, like, it was the same deal.
I love Seth, and it was wild because I was like the first NXT when he won the title.
Which is so he's like special.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah,
like Seth is like
a special.
And it was my first NXT.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like Tyler, hey, no, you're Seth. Look like, but that be like CM Punk, reminded me of CM Punk, but I don't wear that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like it was a moment for us. I feel like we really captivated ourselves.
All right.
But the fact that he's named the fifth member on Team Raw, was that writing on the wall or?
Of course.
Yeah, that was pretty much like,
it was obvious. It was like, all right, you got Braun Strowman. That's like a little swerve.
Yeah.
You got your two top guys being Kevin and Chris, and
right.
you got Roman, which
of
was
course.
obvious.
The Rock's cousin.
You know, so, but The Rock's cousin, right?
Yeah.
He's not actually.
I got to. I got this. That's hey Rock's cousin. I'm sorry, Vince. He's the Rock's cousin.
You know,
or the dead calls him. What do the dead people call him? Hey Oos.
Oos.
Sorry. We don't speak on the dead.
It's all right, but but no, I mean, and I like the Braun Strowman thing personally because like you got Bray Wyatt on the other side.
Yes.
I just want to see that fleshed out.
I'm gonna say right now, you didn't watch Raw, unfortunately, but
I watched.
Did you watch?
I watched like the first half.
Did you see the main event?
No.
Oh, did you see it? Well, bro, I was impressed with him.
I watched Strowman at the beginning with that first scuffle at the beginning, and
right.
he looked fine. He looked like he could move.
Oh yeah.
He looks like he's gotten a little bit less, stiff.
I was about to say stiff.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not like that, like Tonga Loa kind of like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You know?
but he's stiff to a point that like he works because he's fucking huge.
Yes.
Like I mean, he's almost 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach that.
That was fucking great.
And he's built like a freaking brick wall. So,
Yeah.
but
I was thinking like a Mack truck.
Yeah, if he moves a little stiff, it's understandable.
For sure.
But
I think it'll be interesting if he turns on the team or if he like.
No, I don't think
Bray.
Bray's gonna have any control over him.
You think it's over?
That's my thing though. There's so many different dynamics because you have that then, right? Then you have the fact that all the former Shield members are faces right now.
Which I'm not that excited about. Like, the Shield has not taken a break long enough away from each other for me to get excited for them to be back in the ring.
You're right, because every time we turn around, they was always fighting each other.
Triple threat, two on two. It was always.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah,
I
love the. I love the Shield. Like that I'm just like.
But it's like if Triple H kept using the DX break it down deal.
Yeah.
And then they got back together.
Yeah.
Like it kind of takes away from the fact that like
the thing I wanted the most. I mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I just wanted Roman to turn a heel out of this. Like they teased the Shield getting back together. So everybody's like, yes, fuck yes, and then Roman's like, fuck you and fuck you. I feel like that'd have been the best move. He came out as the Authority Roman, hair all stuck back like he did in NXT, instead of wasting my time on TV every fucking week.
I just don't think, like, back to, like, with the Shield not being, I know the Shield's super special, and I know they're a big deal.
Leave me alone.
But,
Don't attack me right now.
man,
Yeah.
The fact that, like, Roman still uses the theme.
Yep.
Still uses the vest.
Yep.
It's still, like, they haven't gone away.
You're right.
To me.
Yeah.
And so, like, okay, yeah, you're gonna, like, one day you're gonna hear the call signs, and it's gonna be like, oh shit, it's the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's gonna be as special as it could have been.
Right.
If Roman had substantially changed, like Dean kind of like, left the Shield. He's not associated, and Seth really is not associated with the Shield.
Not at all. You're right.
So like, I still see the Shield every week.
You're right.
You
That
know
makes
what
sense.
I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, see, this is why I wish Roman would have had a completely healed,
Completely different gimmick.
and he could have been his old self.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys feel about this cruiserweight division that's being wasted overall?
I'm excited for 205 Live because then they can actually get an opportunity. Like, it kind of bums me out, like, seeing these guys. Like, we've been to, like, NXT shows. We went to the Cruiserweight Classic. We went to 2 tapes with the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
You know, like, I actually, like, appreciate them.
Like, we almost saw 2 full rounds of the Cruiserweight Classic.
That's lit as fuck.
And it was amazing.
And seeing them go on Raw and absolutely
Dakota's
like
scary
nobody
as hell.
watched the Cruiserweight Classic, like nobody like paid attention to any of it, nobody looked any of them up, and they're all so good. It's like,
yes,
geez, like I just want to see them get pushed, like they deserve it.
And like the fact that like guys like Cedric Alexander are going out there to a quiet crowd.
yes,
Kills me.
Like Cedric and Rich Swann aren't getting pops.
Yeah.
Like what? Like why did they not watch anything?
No.
And to me, it's wild because Cedric always goes out there, and if it needs some type of
He's the best performer.
yes, if it needs some type of oomph, a little bump, he's
Yeah.
like, oh hey, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like holy shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a performer. He's like seriously for me, probably top 3 on the roster.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And like, cause like the way he sells, the way he hits people, everything is just like crisp.
Yeah.
You know, and he's utilized right. Like they're using him on every one of those segments.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's up with the fans, man. I don't know why the fans like will not react for the cruiserweights.
I'd like to make a note before we go any further. This is the person who cried. He legitimately
Cedric's
cried.
special for me. All right.
He
Cedric's-
cried when Triple H came back out.
Yeah.
Like I looked over and he's like, okay.
I was crying.
It's
I was
okay.
crying real hard.
That's
because-
okay, bro.
Yeah, no,
that's okay.
it's cool.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because when Seth cashed in at WrestleMania, when he ran down there and he cashed it in and he won, I was in the bed like, they got it right. They got it right. And I felt like we both won that. Like, you know how Chris Jericho said him and Kevin are the Universal Championship?
Yeah.
I mean, Universal
You
Championship.
felt like the world
I was like,
champion.
Seth, we did it, bro. We finally did it. That's really how I felt.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Yeah, I mean, cause like, you know, I feel kind of super connected to guys like Cedric, cause like his love for the business like shines, like his absolute like, you said it, or you said it with him, like, I'll do anything I recognize this crowd wants me to do something special. I'll give them something special. And Cedric did that twice with us. Like we got 2 amazing matches with Cedric
Him and Kodo.
and the match with Kodo.
Oh God, that was
And
like,
the match with Kodo was like absolutely
Oh my God.
like perfect. Everything about it was perfect.
Yep.
And he ate the pen.
Yep.
And I was like, I hope that's not it.
Right.
Like that was my immediate thought was like,
for
I
sure.
hope that's not Cedric's last chance in the WWE. I feel like everybody in the crowd was like felt the same thing
Yep.
and gave him the ovation he deserved. And I almost feel like
I think that might have like pushed the envelope,
Yeah, like-
but you're like, all right, Vince, we gotta get this done.
and that's why I feel like that's why I got emotional was because I feel like that crowd that night got him signed.
Yeah.
You know, like
for sure.
because we gave him the please come back, the thank you Cedric, the
Yeah.
you know he broke down in the ring because he felt the love and the appreciation that we gave him, and it's amazing what like a great fan reaction will do for you know a talent.
Right.
Yeah.
And these talents in the cruiserweights, man, they're not getting the reaction they're supposed to get.
Yeah.
Because a great crowd makes a good match amazing.
Right.
You know
For
what I
sure.
mean?
It makes an energy for sure.
Yeah. Like there's something to be said about like a crowd like Chicago. You know,
Yeah.
on a good night.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
On a good
I
night.
like that. But see, that's why people talk about the NXT crowds. Like, oh, they never showed up. At least some motherfuckers are into it.
We're into it, you know, and I do say we because I've been to enough of
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, but like, and yeah, I mean, NXT crowds are, you know, they want nothing but every one of these wrestlers to succeed.
Yep.
For sure.
Every one of them. Like you know how the Ascension sucks.
Yeah.
They were awesome in NXT.
Yeah. Oh God, yes, they were, and
That's
they were
because
undefeated. God knows how long.
because they got a reaction. Like I mean, Blake and Murphy got a fucking reaction.
Yep.
At least enough to give them a chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a chance in NXT.
Yep.
Feels like day one on Raw, you're not given a chance.
No, it's like I feel like they want on Raw.
Except, go ahead. Well, we can bring Noam into this because they got him right.
Oh no, go ahead with that.
Okay,
Go,
like,
that's more
except,
important than anything.
like that kind of brings it to Noam Dar. They made a star last night.
Yeah.
Or Monday.
Yeah.
Like they made him a star because they brought him into the right crowd. They knew that crowd was going to be hot for him. They gave him a cool entrance. He's the only guy with pyro.
Yep. Noticed that.
Yeah.
And he performed. He put on a good match, and they and with the ending and everything, I think they even got that right. They brought the crowd down. The home hero lost, and then they bring him in, and they let him get the nice beat up on Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
You know, so almost putting him sort of in the championship run like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm just waiting for Cedric Alexander to get this title shot.
Oh, for sure.
I'm hoping, man.
And then also, like we were talking about earlier, honestly, now thinking about it more, I want Kalisto to win at Survivor Series.
You want the cruiserweights to
Go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because SmackDown's a wrestling show.
Yep.
Yes,
Raw's a
agreed.
fucking soap opera.
It's an entertainment show.
Yep.
It's,
Soap
yeah, it's
opera.
a soap opera
Yep.
for sure.
And it's not a knock.
Right.
It's just we all know
it's always been that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's been that way since what? Austin was chasing Vince with a fucking beer truck.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, and we all grown to love that. But then, you know, as we get older and time change, things have to shift.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes people can be out of touch with it, and they still try to hit the old drum, and they gotta learn, they gotta switch it and go to something else.
You need to like flip a switch and change what your model's been, because it's not as hot as it used to be.
No.
You know, like the last good authority figure versus wrestler was Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
And that probably should have been the last one.
That should have been.
At least for a while.
Yeah.
And
But
honestly, that ending was perfect.
Triple H lost in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He put over a character, and you got the champion that you wanted, and
Yep.
it was an amazing ending
Yep.
to a decent match, but whatever. But a great story.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
But like
So
that, and it was such a drawn out authoritarian, like, we're gonna keep you down until you beat me, and then he beat him.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan beat Triple H, and then won the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
At least for a short period of time, that should have been the end of the authority.
It should have been.
You
It should have
know,
been.
But it's not. And
They're still here.
back to SmackDown.
No. So, SmackDown girls against these Raw girls. How do you like? To me, on paper, you have Sasha Banks, Bayley, Alicia Fox, Charlotte, Nia Jax to go against.
Good team.
That's a hell of a team.
Right.
To go against Carmella, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Bella. Who else is there? Naomi.
And I'm guessing
Becky Lynch.
Becky,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Why
so
isn't Becky the captain of Team SmackDown?
she's
like-
not? Is Nikki the captain?
No, Nikki's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No sense was to make
It
that.
doesn't-
That doesn't make sense.
'Cause
Charlotte is the team
Yep.
captain of Raw.
Yep.
Because she's the champion.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
it should be.
The tag team champions of both teams
Are the
are
captain.
the captains.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens and
AJ.
AJ Styles are the
Captains.
Becky's getting shit on.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's
she
not-
got shit on before because
that's not
they're
cool
telling
at
her
all.
that her accent is too strong and she has to cut her promo time.
That's-
I was reading that the other day and I was like, why would you tell her that?
That's stupid.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not cool, because like she's definitely the best overall performer in the women's division.
Yeah.
And on
Yeah.
SmackDown's card.
Yeah.
And Alexa's real good.
Naomi's
And
like,
Naomi's
really
real good.
Yeah.
Naomi's
But
killing it right
you're,
now.
like, Charlotte said it. You're only as strong as your weakest link, and honestly, Nikki and Carmella are tied.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, as far as in the ring, because this is all in ring.
Yeah.
Like,
I know,
this
no.
isn't. This
Yeah,
is
of
no.
course. It's not.
This isn't character.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
This is just based around a wrestling match.
You're talking about wrestling,
Like,
right?
like
Yeah.
this is just a wrestling match. And I was talking earlier about the men's. There's going to be some cool matchups with like Bray and Braun and the Shield and AJ and Kevin, because we haven't seen that in the WWE
God,
yet.
yes.
Like there's going to be some cool moments. The tag team matches are going to have some cool moments with like American Alpha and New Day. Like that's
Or
going to be
even
good.
them in the club.
Or the club.
Or the club,
Or
yeah.
the club. Like,
I mean,
we
American
can get to
Alpha
the
versus
club
anybody
later.
at this point.
I'm sure you want to vent.
I
about
feel
that.
like that's probably like a whole nother episode, because what the fuck
Man,
are
they're
they
getting-
doing?
They're getting Bullet Club wrong.
A fucking pumpkin on Gallows' head.
I was so upset
A fucking
about the
pumpkin.
street fight. Yeah.
Hey, fucking! You want me to
Yeah.
take? It's like
Yeah.
the Wyatt family over again. He
The-
built these guys
The
up.
the street fight was so like disrespectful.
It
to
was.
me. Like,
Yeah.
my lord.
It was. And,
I mean,
I'm like,
because you're literally beating two of what I have known as two of some of the toughest
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
of the
dude.
toughest tag teams I've ever seen, and you're beating them with a pumpkin and a kendo stick wrapped in plastic. Man,
welcome to Raw.
that was not cool.
Yeah, like I was like, because we got a subscription in Japan, and I started like going back, and like I'm watching all this stuff.
Fell
and
in
I'm
love
like,
with the Bullet Club.
yeah, I fell in love with Bullet Club. I was like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing ever. You see the matches that those two are in, like even with like Naito and Evil, and you're like,
Oh yeah.
you're like, oh my god, these guys are so good. And then you go to Raw, and you're like,
What the fuck is happening?
where did that go? Like, why is this happening? You know?
And my thing is, Carl Anderson was almost the next big thing before he left.
He's excellent.
Yeah.
Carl Anderson is
Like
yeah.
he's amazing in that
Yeah,
ring.
and I know it's like part of the promo and everything, but calling and it's not just Enzo that's done it, because it happened like when he first came in. Calling Carl Anderson like basic
Mm-hmm.
or what's the word that they use? Like he's not a cookie cutter, but whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is first off very hurtful to him as a character, to like a basic fan or to a a casual fan that doesn't know him as well.
Yeah.
It automatically makes him think like, yeah, look at him, he's just a bald, smaller, nothing special about him wrestler.
Yep.
You're immediately
Yeah.
kind of told he's nothing special.
For sure.
That's not good. Like, that's not good for your talent.
No, you're right.
Especially for a guy like him who, like, you can say that about Enzo, or you could say that, you could say that about Cass.
Right.
Like, you could say, like, there's nothing special about you, Cass, and nobody's going to believe him because he's already been built up.
Right.
He's already been confirmed, you know. He's already been in a Universal Championship match.
Yep.
Exactly, yeah.
You know. So, and he's 7 foot tall. Like, like, there's stuff about, and he can talk. Like, there's all kinds of stuff about Cass that it's like, that's not going to mean anything. Calling him a cookie cutter is nothing special.
Yeah.
But calling Carl Anderson, who a lot of, everyday fans of WWE, only WWE fans, it's going to hurt. That's going to hurt his character.
For sure.
And I think it's done a lot of negative things for their crowd reaction.
Absolutely.
Well,
this was fun. There's people outside. Gotta go.
I'm going to have to get
Oh,
going.
we got to get on. Yeah. That's what they need this room.
Yeah, they do. Oh, well, but gotta go.
All right.
Thank you guys. Mike, Kat, thank you guys for coming. This is so... It's a lover thing, like, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all good though. I feel like I'm in a fusion bomb. Like, this is fucking lit. All right, but
awesome.
Thank you guys for coming. What is it? What we call this? Ringside? Yeah. So thank you guys for coming ringside.
Raw edition, I guess, because we kind of stayed on Raw.
Yeah, well, shout out to No Chin Music, aka James Ellsworth. Other than that, yeah, Dad.
Don't break that right now.
We might want to take that.
That's another episode.
Oh no, that wasn't a good shout out. That was just like, what the fuck are they doing?
Okay.
The fact that he pinned the phenomenal AJ Styles.
No, that's
another episode. That's
another episode. We got episodes in us.
We do.
Yeah.
Honestly, we do. My Florida residents, Orlando residents. Well, see you guys later. Peace.